Morning everyone. Here's the latest video. We started filling the new pond about 3 days ago. It was all nice and dry. So this is just an update now on how long it's taken to fill. Or has it filled? The answer to that is no. Luckily, we figured out what it was. So we started to fill, left it overnight. I came back the next day. I'm thinking there should be more than 12, 14 inches of water in this pond, just by working out the flow rates into the pond and checking the flow meter to find out how many gallons had gone in the pond. So we thought the worst case scenario, which was maybe there was a leak on the bottom drain, which pretty much is a disaster to any pond. So we emptied the pond, and as we got down to the bottom, we found a hole in the fiberglass. Now, there's no fault to blame on this. What the fault is that the fillets of kingspan that we use to bench the bottom of the pond, so you know, like the angles at the bottom, what's happened is that the water, that probably when they were doing the fiberglass in, they've put a bit of pressure on the base when they've stood round there, and they've opened a tiny little gap between the kingspan and the base of the pond. So they've tried to go over it, but maybe some resin's gone in there, even though it was covered, but the pressure on the bottom of the pond. So anyway, as we emptied the pond, we saw water coming back in at a point. I'll put that video on for you now. And that's what it is. So thankfully, it was nothing major. All it needs is just a patch on the fiberglass, which will probably be done today or tomorrow. So it's not a big deal, but it has stopped us filling the pond up now. I don't think we'll get it done this year. It'll be the first couple of days in the new year. Afternoon everyone. Right, bit of exciting day now. After the little blip that we had with the new pond, now everything is coming back together again. It's been patched and sorted out. I just wanted to show you how we're filling up, because we're running on a bead system, we're dragging water from the bottom drain. I just wanted to show you the one of the outlets that's coming back in, so you can actually have a look at. At the moment it's running in at 1%, and I'm going to take it all the way up, and then I'll bring it back down to what we're actually going to flow it at. So let's just have a quick look at that. See, that's the lowest the pump is going to go. So now if we start taking it up, don't forget this is a 20,000 litre vary pump from Evolution Aqua. Where are we there, Ket? 25%. 25, right, keep going up then. As you can see, the water coming out, it's incredible. Where are we now? 50%. That's 50%, so that's running at half. What's that? 75. That's 75% now, which is where we're going to keep it, I think, depending on when we get it all fully up and running. Is that all the way up now, Kev? And that's 90%. And that's at full bore. So what I'll do is I'll just show you round where the pump is. And now this is at full hit. The pump's running at 213 to 211. That's the wattage. Now what I'll do now is I'll just open the other valve, which is that one there is going full bore out, and what I'll do now is I'll just open this valve. So that's coming out of both return lines now. So just to show you the difference, turned it off. So I'll show you this. This is where we're going to be running it at, which is at 75%. And then you can see that the wattage is down to 150, 148, round about that level. So hopefully that's where it's going to be. So the flow rate's incredible already, but I'll show you more of that tomorrow. Afternoon all. Well, we're done. The new pond is up and running. It's been good and bad. As you can see in the earlier video, I did include that, so you can see some of the downfalls that you can do when you're building a new pond. We actually figured it out that what it was is that where the ladder was coming out of the pond, when the fiberglasser came out the pond, when it was still slightly wet down that he'd done the floor, what he's done is that the ladder has pushed down, and it's probably just caused a little bit of a rip on the seam between the concrete and the kingspan. So that was what it was. Easy patch, but we just had to wait for it to dry and then get the top coat on. So that was just the hold up really. It took about 3 or 4 days to get that all finished, but fantastic. It's all done, and it could have been a lot worse. So anyway, here we go. I will show you the pond, and there it is. Have a quick look round it. It's actually about another inch to go on the fill, but everything's running now, including the skimmer. So we had it actually running at when it was just gone over the 4-inch pipe, because we're sucking from the drain, aren't we? We're not doing it gravity, we're sucking. So it was running quite well. Do you see that? Let me take you round to the skimmer. Now again, it's not 100% full, but you can still see. Coming through the bottom bit there, you can see that there's still probably about an inch to go. So it'll be halfway up the second slot in the cover there on the skimmer. That's running really well. The pump, which is a 10,000, is running at 65, so it's running at 70, so it's running at 2/3, sort of like not far off 3/4, and that's how it'll stay for now. So going round there, just want to show you something on the filter, how quiet it is running. Now that's running now, and you can't hear anything, not even the air pump. Everything's running as well, and you can't hear anything. It's fantastic. So people who want indoor systems and stuff like that, this is ideal. Absolutely nothing coming from it whatsoever. The 20,000 pump is running at 3/4 speed, probably around about 15,000 litres an hour. And it's running between 147, 150 watts, something like that. So not much at all. The other pump's running at 66 watts. So actually, you know, it's fantastic for electric consumption as well. So let me spin it round. So right, that's it. Now on the outside of the pond, as you can see, it's just you can just see the render. What we're going to do is we're going to put plastic, what they use sign writing for, you know what they make signs out of. We've done that in the main retail shop as well, and that'll just be stuck to there, which keeps it clean. Paint does fade and stuff, so you've got to redo it, but with the plastic you can just wipe it down. It's really easy. So that's what we're going to put on here. Doesn't need to be any lettering or anything like that, but that's what we're going to do. So no, it's been a fantastic build really. Even with the downside, you know, it's still good for people to see that, you know, mistakes happen, and, you know, accidents do happen. You know, it wasn't the fault of anybody, but it's just the way it is. So, you know, people be careful of that in the future and just watch it. So what we're going to do now is, because there'll have been concrete in the drain and there's other bits and bats knocking around, we're going to put some potassium in. Now, this will gives it a really good clean. So any toxins in there, anything like that, potassium will sort it out. Now it is a high dose, so we're probably going about 4 times a normal dose. And I'll show you. We're going to put that in now. What I'll probably do is put it down the skimmer line, then the pump can churn it up. Let me just open this here. That's that. And you can already see it coming in. It's going to be a very purple pond very shortly. But yeah, that'll give it a good clean. And then on Tuesday, what we'll do then is we'll clear it up with some peroxide. Give it a few days just to start going off, see what the temperature's at. I've not turned the heater on yet. And then maybe next weekend, might even put some fish in. You can see the potassium going through the system now. I mean, the flow rate is incredible. I mean, what's that? 30 seconds ago, it's pretty much all over the pond now. So the flow rate is incredible on this pond, which is exactly what we wanted. There's some water really flowing around this system, so it's going to be great. So probably next weekend, if everything's okay with the pond, I'm going to start putting those Yamabuki ogons in. We're going to drop temperature a little bit in there now that they've finished quarantine, and get them in. So, but that's it, guys. I hope you did enjoy the full build. We will be trying to do some more full builds as they come in. There's quite a lot planned already for 2020 for some updates and some ponds that we're already looking at. So yeah, so it's been good. But if there's anything else that you need to know, especially about the nexuses or the beads or anything like that, let me know. I can do some videos on them. We're going to do what I'll do when we clean this bead. I'll video it doing it the first time, because I'm not sure how much water they're going to use when we're backwashing and how much we lose and stuff like that. So it'd be good to find out about that. But yeah, but as you can see now, the pond's just purple. So that's it. Thanks very much for watching, and hopefully we'll get some more stuff out there soon. We go to the All Japan Koi show in Japan at the end of this month, so stay tuned for that. I'll be doing some good videos there where you'll see the best koi in the world, and then up to the mountains where the snow will be falling, so keep tuned for that. But yeah, I'll put some more stuff on. But anyway, any questions, just let me know in the comments. Thanks very much.